of teaching and research experience. He holds a PhD in Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering from CSVTU Bhilai and currently pursuing a PG diploma in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning from NIT Warangal. Beyond academics, Dr. Sahu has been actively engaged in administrative and leadership roles, contributing to NBA and NAC accreditation, managing placement, and leading research and innovation initiatives. His leadership at Inquisitor reflects his vision of advancing innovation, academic excellence, and industry driven solutions. Now, I want to introduce our guest speaker, Stuti. She is a software developer at Inquisitor OnLab India Private Limited, where she has been contributing since September 2024. She has hands on experience in Python and Django. She is passionate about continuous learning. She thrives in dynamic environments and is committed to creating impactful software solutions that enhance efficiency and drive innovation. On behalf of ADYPSU, I sincerely thank Inquisitor on Lab India Private Limited for their continuous support and partnership. Together, we look forward to conducting such knowledge driven events that contribute to academic excellence and industry readiness. I request all the participants and encourage you all to make the most of this opportunity by engaging actively, asking questions, and exploring new ideas. Now, I want to hand over this session to our guest speaker, Stuti Das. But before that, we want to take one screenshot of all of you. Okay, so if possible, please keep your camera on. We will take a screenshot, then I shot, and then I hand over to Mrs. Stuti Das. And I special give special thanks to Kanchan ma'am, our HOD and TC department, for encouraging us for this wonderful event and for also supporting us to contribute in this MOU. Mm, Sakshi, can you on your camera, and Paras, can you on your camera? Just wait for some 2 minutes. I will. Okay, so please, ma'am, start your session. Wait, ma'am, just I can take. Ma'am is here. Ma'am, your Kanchan, ma'am, your camera. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay, Mrs. Tuti, please start your session. And I will share, everyone, I will share feedback link also in chat window. So you have to fill. at the end of the session. Thank you so much.
So thank you, thank you, Smriti ma'am, for giving opportunity to the Inquisitor. And once again, congratulations. We have a MOU between us, and on because of that,
Sir, your voice is not coming.
okay.
Anil sir.
Am I audible now? Is it my voice is audible?
Anil sir, your voice is not coming.
Okay. Maybe, but am I audible now? Not.
Yes, yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, yeah. So, thank you so much, Smriti ma'am, for giving opportunities, and congratulations to DY Patil Engineering Colleges, head of the departments, Kanchan ma'am, and principal ma'am, for giving opportunities and having these sessions. So, Inquisita is basically working on empowerment innovations, and we are very much interested to share the knowledge, and we will able to provide the skill sets for your students. And without doing much delay, I would like to invite my colleague Stuti Das for I'm handovering the sessions.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, we can communicate in the chat box, right? You can reply in the chat box.
Share the logo screen.
I hope the screen is visible right now. We are gonna start our session, and it's till 11:30. So we will quickly learn everything, and I'll try my best to teach you in the simplest way possible, in which you can learn designing a web page. So, everyone, I hope you know today we are in a webinar where we are going to learn about designing a web page. Okay, so a very warm welcome to today's workshop, everyone. I am Stuti Das, and I am your instructor for today's webinar organized by Inquisitor and your college. I'm really excited to have you all here as we begin our journey of designing a web page. See, whether you are completely new or have a little experience, today we'll learn step by step how to build web pages using HTML, CSS, and a little bit of JavaScript. Okay, we're gonna focus on the HTML part more because that's the body. Okay, so, by the end of the session, I firmly believe you will be able to design your own interactive and professional looking web page. So, without any further delay, let's get started. Let's go with the introduction. Whatever we learn in life, we first get the introduction, right? So, what is a web page? As you can see on the screen, I'm just gonna explain it in a simple way. A web page is the basic building block of any website. Whatever you're gonna build as a website, web application, okay, website, web page is basic building block. Okay, where you start coding and designing your web page. Think of it as a digital page that you view in a browser like Chrome, Edge in Microsoft, or Firefox. That's all is a web page. So what web page contains? It contains text, images, links, tables, forms, and styles. We will learn step by step how to design a web page using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So text we use for content, images we use it to make it attractive, make our web page attractive. Links we use it to connect web pages, and we work in nested links. Nested links is nothing but basically links inside a link, we can say it like that in simple way. Then we use tables to organize our data in a web page. Then we use forms to collect user input if it's necessary according to our project. We give our web page style in which we work with CSS. to design it beautifully. Okay, the question is why we learn this, because when you open Facebook, Google, Amazon, or YouTube, each screen you see is essentially a collection of web pages. All right, learning to design them is the first step to become a web developer. So whatever you see on the internet, it's basically web page, web applications, softwares, and you work with that. So as you're going in the coding field, you have whatever you see on the internet, you are basically gonna learn how to build it. Okay, so this workshop is just a building block for you and a baseline for you, the how you're gonna start coding and building a web page. Let's see further. Text formatting in HTML. Text formatting helps make content clear and attractive. In the screen, you can see some common tags we use for styling, for headings, for paragraphs, line breaks, all list. Why text formatting is important? Because text is the heart of any web page. Formatting helps make it readable, clear, and attractive. Like these common taxes, the B we use to make our text bold. We use I to give it italic feature. We give a U to underline our text. Then heading varies from h1 to h6. So the h1 heading is like the main heading, the big one. And when you go like with h2, h3, h4, then to h3, these all are subheadings of the previous heading. So h1 is the biggest one and h6 is the smallest heading we use in our web page. Then paragraphs, we use p tag for paragraphs for large chunks of text. So in that case, where we're going to use large data, we use the paragraph tag. Then break, line break is very important because you don't want your web page to be really messy, right? So for that reason we use break tag to break the line and continue in the next line. Then ul, ol, li, these are the list tags. Ul is used for unordered list, like bullet points we used. Then ol, we use it to numbers our data, to give it a ordered list. Like if you are going for a recipe, like a web page full with different styles of cuisines, so in that case you're gonna go with the order list tag. Then li you use for list item, where you put the data of all the items you're going to put in your list. For example, uh, uh, we're going to see a web page. I've already written codes for you guys because we don't have plenty of time. We got a short amount of time. Let me just share it. Is it visible? Okay, so in this code, you're seeing first we have given the heading. And always remember, we start our HTML program with the HTML tag, although it is not here. When you will start coding, you will use the HTML tag, then head, body. Right now, it is not necessary. We don't need any head, any title. So that is why it is not here, because it's just a sample example of text formatting, how we use it. So first we have given a heading, welcome to my website. Then see the paragraph tag, we have used it. This is then bold tag, we have used bold, italic, underline. Then we close the paragraph by putting a hyphen. Always remember, these tags, they need a hyphen to close themselves, otherwise your code is not going to work. Always remember these things. Some tags, they don't need this feature, but some they do. Okay, then we have created a list, an unordered list, because we don't want any order in our list. Then by opening the unordered list tag. After that, we have given the list items, that is highlighted, important note, whatever, and then we have closed it. So this is the library presentation of what we have coded here. This is our code, and this is the live representation of our code. The heading, it comes on the first, welcome to my website. This is how H1 is gonna be visible in your web page when you use H1 heading. If you let's try to like change it. Okay, one more thing, this is, we are coding in the least simple way, that is with Notepad. Okay, you can code it in Visual Studio and every other platform where you want to do it, but the simplest you can learn, you can, it is a very good feature, you can learn your HTML with Notepad itself. So after changing it, we have given it H6. Okay, now we're gonna save it, and we have to save our file as .html file. It's not gonna be txt or anything, otherwise it will not run. You have to save it as .html file. Okay, we have saved it. Let's refresh it. See, the heading, it got shorter in a H6 format. So this is how we work with headings. Then you can see in the paragraph the words where we have given bold, italic, underline, they all are working. That's how you do the text formatting. The highlighted text, it is highlighted because we have put mark tag in here. Okay, an important note. So these things work like in a very simple way. I hope you have got it. Next, if you have any query, we can discuss this in the after ending of everything we are learning. Okay, next. Next, we are gonna move on. Links. Yeah, this was the code. Next is links and navigation. Navigation allows user to move between pages, and we use a tag for linking, and link can be internal like within the site or external. In external links are basically other links of the other websites, and we use some attributes. You can see on the screen href attribute, we use target attribute we have used. So we'll learn it with an example. So we have to keep in mind that navigation allows users to move between pages, and for that we use a tag, that is anchor tag. The full form of a is anchor tag. We will see one more example regarding that. Yeah, this is the example of links. Just two line coding. See, it is very simple to code in HTML. Okay, so we have opened the anchor tag, then we have put the href attribute, then we have created our link, that is about.html, and we have named it about us. Then after closing the tag, we have given one more thing, that is Google. We have created one more link about Google. So the name is Google, and we have given the URL. Where you give the URL part, in href only, you have to remember that. All right, and this is how it works about us, because we have not created anything after for about us, and I mean when you click it, you will not find any file because we have not created anything right now, but you can work it when you will build your own project. Okay, then for Google it will work right now because the URL it is correct and it will take you to the Google website. See that, that's how it works. So how I hope you understand how the links work. And many web pages you can see they use the nested link part. Okay, links inside many links about us. When you click this link, you can give many links here, like the contact information, and you about your whatever you are going to put in your website or web page. You can put all the links inside this, so that will be called the nested link. Next, after links and navigation, we will learn about images, tables, and frames. Now let's learn how to add visuals and structure for our web page. First is, let's see images. Okay, we use image tag img, as you can see in the example on the screen. Img tag which adds picture. Then it uses attributes. As for the links, we learn it uses target attribute, href attribute, and in href we used to give the URL of our links. Just like that, in image while putting our images in our website, while coding with the image section, we use img tag, and in that, when we use src attribute, we give the path of the image. As you can see in the example right here on the screen, I have given the path logo.png, and always remember your image should be in the same file, it should be present in the same file. Like a see here, this one, this is my code for the image part, and in this file only I have this. I have put the I have put my image for it to work. So always remember, you have to put your image in the same folder where you are you have you have put your coding file. Okay, so attribute we use src for source file to give the path of our image. Then alt, that is alternate text. It is shown if the image doesn't load. Also helps if accessibility. See, you want your web page to be very attractive, so you don't want if a user comes and your image is not loading at the time. So that time what you can do, you can put an alternate text that will eventually describe what your image is about until it loads. Okay, so for that reason we use alt, that is alternate text. After that, width and height, where you can learn by the name itself, we use it to give our image a particular size, whatever we want. Then see in the example, image src logo.png, then alternate website logo, we have given the name. If the image doesn't load in time, it will display the name website logo. Then width we have put 100. Okay, all this width part and border part you can also style it with css, but if you're not going for a very attractive option, you can also do it in the html file. Next is table. Table, see in the example itself, we have created a table with table tag, that is container for the table. We just like we start coding our html file with html tag and end it with the html tag, just like that when we create a table, we started with table tag and ended with table tag by putting a hyphen in the front. Okay, so table is basically, table tag is container for the table. Then we use tr, that is table row. We use it to create rows. You can see we have created 2 rows. We have used the tr tag twice. Then td, which is used to put the cell, that is basically data. Then header, th, table heading, which is used to create header cell. We usually, when we create a table, we uh, put the headings on the top. So for that reason, the first row is all about heading. As you can see, then we have used th tag in the first row. Then we have used td, that is cell tag, table data tag, in the second row, and that's how we have created a very small table of 2 rows and 2 columns. Then frames. Modern The updated version, we use iframe tag. Okay, and the frames, it is used to embed other websites, other contents in your web page, just like you can see in the example iframe. Then we have given the source, the URL, then we have set the width and height, and we have closed our frame with hyphen and iframe tag. Let's see how the coding for this one works. Say, here is your code, and this is the representation of your code. Later, when it was not loaded, I hope you saw that the website logo text was showing here. Okay, and after it is loaded, the logo is visible. This is our short table of 2 rows and 2 columns. Then this one, it is our frame. This is how the frame looks when we put it on our website, how the iframe tag works. And this is basically, it is a URL, and when we click on more information, it will lead us to some other pages, some other links. So this is how we work with image, table, and frames. I hope you have understand that. At the end of the session, we will discuss if you have any queries. Next topic is using style sheets CSS. Just a one slide about CSS. More you can learn. I will tell you some important things at the end of the session. If you want to learn HTML more, CSS more, JavaScript more, I have a good thing for you at the end of the session. I will tell you later. Okay, now let's make our page beautiful with CSS. That is why we use CSS. So in simple words, we can say HTML is like a skeleton, CSS is the beauty you give to the skeleton. Then the body is ready, and after that, when we use JavaScript, we are giving it brain. So a web page, when we use HTML, it's just a skeleton, just a frame. And when we use CSS, it looks beautiful. We can give it borders, we can color it, we can use many styles in it. And when we use JavaScript, we give it brain in forms, in tables, in links, that's in graphs. Okay, all the metadata we use, so all together we can create a very attractive dynamic web page. Now let's learn about CSS. Why we use CSS? Because HTML structures the content but looks very plain. So CSS allows us to style, like changing colors, changing font, spacing, backgrounds, padding, layout. Many things are there in CSS. So without CSS, our web page could be like really boring and black and white page, just like that. But with CSS, we can make it attractive, professional, and it will look like a branded page. Okay. So types of CSS. The first one is inline CSS. It is written directly inside a tag. You can just start writing in the paragraph only. You can, inside the paragraph tag, you can just write style equal to under inside double inverted commas, color colon red, and your web page will be like sorry, your paragraph will be like totally red in the background. So you that is how we work with inline CSS. We can write it inside the tag itself, inside the heading tag, inside the paragraph tag, inside the body tag. Okay. Then internal CSS, inside style tag. CSS uses style tag. So always remember, if you're working with CSS, you have to use the style tag. Then inside the style tag, you can open your style tag. As you can see the example on the screen, open your style tag, then give body, then font family. We have given Arial, background. So see, the background, then colon, then hashtag, we have given some letters and numbers are there. So what is about, it's the code of the color. Okay, and you can just go on Google and search for Canva wheel. There you will see there you can learn about the all these hash code colors. You can select any color of your type. You can also see the monochrome shades, the and many more. There are the contrast. It allows many function. So while designing your web page, you can take help from that website, that is color canvas color wheel. Okay, so this one, hashtag F0 F0 F0, this is also a code color. Then after we have given in a heading color dark blue, and always remember again, we have closed our tag with hyphen on the front, then style tag. That's how we work in internal CSS. Then external CSS, in a separate CSS file, .css file. This is the best practice you can do. Out of all the three, inline, internal, external, the best practice is external CSS, where you create a separate file with your styling for your web page, and you use it. But how it will work? You will give a link in your HTML part. You will give a link of that file, and you will put the URL of that file in your HTML, and it will automatically fetch your style in the HTML part, and it will show you in your web page. Okay, so using CSS, it keeps design separate from content and makes it easier to maintain large websites. See why the external CSS is best practice, because you don't want your coding page to be messy. Okay, so for CSS part as well for the JavaScript part, you can create separate files. Then you can give the link of those file in your HTML part. All right. Next is forms with different control. Now let's add interactive forms in our web page. Okay, why forms? Because forms allows us to collect user input. There are many pages about user inputs. You can see the government sites pages, your universities pages, and etc etc, where you and usually every page is now using forms, like collecting your data so they can connect with you more with your email or with your WhatsApp. Okay, so forms are very basic demands for building your web page. So let's learn about forms. Why we use it? Forms allows us to collect user input like login, sign up, and feedback and payments. Okay, common control. You can see the elements on the screen, that is text field, like input type. The input type you have to give in your form while building your form. So input type, like you are giving text, so it will take the text format. Then radio buttons, we use to select option. Radio buttons are nothing, and don't go with the hi-fi name like radio buttons. So what it will do, it just select option, one option at a time. But for what we use for multiple option, we use checkbox. Okay, for one option we use radio button, for multiple options we use checkboxes. Then to like create a drop down, it will like you have so many options, so you cannot like your web page will be very large because of that those much options. So what you use there, you use drop down, so it will be inside a box and you can just use the scroll. Okay, so next is text area, multi-line input, and then buttons, submit or reset. And buttons you can create according to your preferences. That's why we use buttons. And if you are giving multiple line inputs, for that area you use text area. Okay, so here is an example. We're gonna learn how forms work with this example. I'm sorry, I have a sore throat today. This is the code of our form. I hope you can see it on the screen. Okay, so we have created our form. Very simple. We started with form tag, we ended with form tag. All the work we put it in between. First, we have given name. You can see the representation of the form we have created with the code on the screen. Okay. First, we have given input type text, then BR. Can anyone tell in the chat box why we use BR? We learned about it in the starting of the session, in the introduction part, in the text formatting part. We use it to break line. Okay, so that's why the next part of our form is on the next line, because we have created BR. See, this is the example how BR works. After first line, after mail, where it is written mail, we have not using break tag, BR tag. That's why the next option is just right beside, like male, then right beside it's female. But after female, we have used break tag. That's why the next part of our form is on the next line. All right, so this is how break tag works. Okay, where we were? Yeah, form. First, we have given input type, that is text. So it will take text. See, okay. Next, we have used radio button. We have used what input type we have given? Radio. So this is a radio button. Either it will select male or either it will select female. That's how radio button works. But for the skills part, we have given the type checkbox. Let's see if it's selecting both of it or not. Yes, it's selecting both of them. So that's how checkbox work for multiple options and radio button for a single option. And we have created a part country where we have to select what it is. Can anyone tell what it is? A drop down. It is a drop down. Here how drop down works. Otherwise, if you are giving many country names, your web page will be filled with all of the country names only. Okay, and it will look really messy, but and not professional at all. So that's why for large data for our form we use drop down. And then we have used text area. This is the text area tag we have used for additional tags. We want to give any other tags, you want to put any remark or anything. For that part, we have given text area. So user can write more and more anything which is necessary according to the requirement of the form. Last, we have given type submit. There is a submit button, and then there is a reset button. And then we have closed our whole program with the form tag. Now let's see if it works or not. I've just given in any name. Can you read it? No, right? First, let's see if the reset button works. Yes, it does work. Now, let's give any name like John. John is a universal used name, for example, right? The gender male. And let's assume John wants to learn both of the languages. He's from his US, let's assume. Given some data here, it's submitted. It is submitted. Okay. What you can put more in this form? You can put like your data is submitted. You can put a comment box like that. Okay. So you can work in many ways with form. This is how we work in HTML with forms. Next topic is form validation with JavaScript. So, what form validation with JavaScript means? What if a user submits an empty form? That's where validation comes in. But while working with HTML, we don't have that data like a validation. But when we do it with JavaScript, we have a full validation with our form. So, JavaScript, what it does, it ensures that the user enters correct information. Example, check if the name is field. As you can, like in a university forms, you can see there is a star button on the top of any text inside the form where you have to fill it, otherwise the form will not be submitted. Okay, so for all those smart things, like the that area must be completed, and it is must, you have to do it, you have to fill it in the form, then only it will accept the form. So all those smart works, what, that's why we use JavaScript. That's where JavaScript's magic comes. So JavaScript, it ensures that the form data is correct before submitting, and it prevents empty fields and invalid data. Sometimes, see, in this era, before, we used to, like, we are creating a Gmail account. We used to put any password, like you put your name or your pet name, your pet's name, you can put anything. But right now, it suggests like you should put uppercase letter, then a lowercase letter, it must be there, then then a sign must be there, then you have to put some sort of numbers. So that is a smart work of JavaScript, which allows us to prevent empty fields and invalid data, and to do many smart works with our forms. Okay, so without any further delay, just let's just see our example, that is script. We code with JavaScript with the tag script. We code with HTML with what tag? HTML tag. And with, we close it with HTML tag. With CSS, what we use? The style tag. And with JavaScript, we use the script tag. Let's see. Let's build a form with JavaScript. Let's see, this is our code. We have started with the script, then the function is there, validate form. Let's name our document like my forms name dot value, and in the script, this is the first half part, this is the smart part. Okay, and what it says, name must be filled out. If I will not put anything here, the form will not be submitted. Like the, see, here you can see the smart part, how it works. This page says name must be filled out, what we have coded here. Okay, otherwise the form will not be submitted, and it's just a form of name. The input says type, the input type is text, and the name of the first part of first thing of the form is name. Then we have given the submit button. What it will do, the value is submit, so what it will do, it will submit the form. And you can eventually connect your database with your form, where all the data will be submitted. Right now, if I write anything here and I'll submit, of course it is submitting because we have given that command to submit. We have given the input type to submit, so it is submitting the thing. But where it is storing, we don't have any database. Unless and until we will not connect it to any database, you can work with MS SQL, MySQL, PostgreSQL, or any database you want to. So there you will connect with your code, your database, and there it will submit all the data of your form, your tables. All right, and see why we are not learning about database here, because this is all designing a web page, that is front end part, and database it comes with back end part. Okay, so today we are only learning about the front end part. So this is how we work in JavaScript. We create forms just like this, and it works very smartly. Unlike HTML, where we create forms, that is good. But if you really want your form to be very professional, you must do it with JavaScript. Not just about forms, there are many things like building graphs, putting your metadata smartly. You can work with JavaScript. So we are gonna build a mini project right now. But before that, let's just look what we have learned today. A complete web page which includes proper text formatting, navigation with links, images, tables, and frames, consistent styling with CSS, forms for user interaction, validation with JavaScript. So these elements they together build interactive, user-friendly, and professional web page. You can just screenshot it if you want. Like if you're building a web page from scratch, so you can work with these very important and basic points. And if you can just like master these points, you can you can create a beginner level at least web page, a professional beginner level web page. I really firmly believe that. Okay, so right now we are going to see um mini project, you can say, and just a sample web page by which you will learn how to make a web page. Can you see this? I've just created it by only using the things I have teach you today. It looks good, right? It looks good. It can work in many ways. Yeah. So let's see how we have built it. Starting with the coding, you can see on the screen. See, I told you at the start, we have to start at HTML with HTML tag. Here, we need all the things we have learned, and we are making a proper web page. That's why I've started this code with HTML tag. Before we were just using how those things work. That why is what it all was not under the HTML tag. So let's start. Now we are going to learn how to build a complete stylish web page by using HTML, CSS, and a little bit of JavaScript. So don't worry if this looks big at first for you all. We'll go through it step by step, and by the end, you'll know exactly how it works. First, let's see this part. Every HTML page it starts with a basic skeleton. So at the very top we have doc type HTML. That is obvious. A document type it is HTML. Is gonna be HTML. That's why we have used that tag. So the other programmer can understand. Next, HTML tab, and inside it we have used lang equal to inside double inverted commas en. That is nothing but language equal to English. So the language of our web page is gonna be English. That what we have specified there. Then we have used head tag, and inside the head tag we have given a heading. The title we have created, my stylish web page. Okay, so let me close all of these so you can see that where it is showing. You might be surprising, you might think where it is showing. See here the title shows in the start, in the very top part of your web page, my stylish web page. Here goes the title, the head part. Okay, then we have given some style here. So for the head part, you can think of it like a human body. The head is like the brain. It holds information about the page. So we have to give it a proper title, we have to put proper styles, metadata. And body is like a physical body, it's what we actually see on the screen. Okay, so everything we want user to see, like text, images, form, goes inside the body part. Here in the body, first we are styling it by the style tag. So out of all the three style, what is it? Inline, internal, external. Which one it is? You can just answer in the chat box. Okay, let's move forward. We have started with the style tag. Then we have given style for what? This is how we write. If we want the style for our body, we'll start with body. Then inside our bracket, cursor bracket, we have given many styles, like the font we have given here, background color we have given here, margin and padding we have given 0. Padding is like the space between the data. Okay, then we have given the color. For headings, see H1, H2, we have given the style. For section is what? This part, all this part, it's section. We have given the style, the background color, the border radius. See, there is many things you can learn inside the CSS. But today we are designing a web page, so we are more learning about HTML. For table, we have styled. For table heading, we have style. Here for table data, we have given like text align center. You will see the text are on the center. Okay, we have given the padding. You can see the space. If we haven't given the padding, the age number might be just right beside the name, but it's far away from there. So we can give a nice representation of our table. We've used padding, and that is the space here. Then for form, we have used style. For label, we have used style. We don't have much time, is already past 11:30, so that's why I'm not explaining you the styles. I'm more focusing on the HTML part. So this is how the style works. You can go with the background, you can go with the color, border, padding, cursor, all the beauty you want to give to your web page. You work it with CSS, and after that we close it with the style tag, putting hyphen in the front. Next, so we have decorated our web page already by using style tag. Okay, so now let's move to the header and navigation. This part is the header. This you can like scroll down your web page, all the navigations, and this at the last you can see 2025 my stylish web page designed by Sutizas, whatever. That is called footer part. I have just given a one line data for my footer. You can give many things like your contact, another links. You can put it there at the footer part. So for header part, we have given welcome to my stylish web page. That is a heading, and learning. Right now the heading, see, heading white is not visible. There is some issue in our what CSS part. The color is maybe similar. Okay, the color is similar. That why we cannot see it unless we are not like zooming it. Sorry, selecting it. So you can change the color. I will share this code after asking sir. I can share this code to you all. And so this is what you will do. You will, I'm not changing it right now, I can change it and I can show it to you, but I want you to do this. Okay, what you will do for this code, you will just go and in the style section you will change your color here, and after that you can reload your web page and you will see the color here, it will change. Okay, so whatever color you want your heading to be, like white or black or red or anything you want, you can change it. The right now is same color as the background, that's why you cannot see the heading. Next, after heading we have given a paragraph. What it is: learn HTML, CS, and JavaScript in action. Why it's coming on the center? Because we have styled it like that, so it can come on the center. Otherwise it will automatically, by default it will take it to the left side. Okay, but we want it in the center, that's why we have styled it like that. Then navigation part. What is this is this part, this you we call it navigation bar. And you might have seen in many apps, softwares, navigation bar is always there, where you can put a lot of option, like this is home, you can put about. Right now it we haven't coded anything for the about part, that's why it will not take us to any other link or page. But for Google, we, see, we have given here, by using href attribute, we have given here the link of google.com. So while clicking it, it will take us to the Google website. Okay, so our navigation bar, it is working. We create navigation bar by using nav tag, and by closing it with a hyphen in the front. Then text formatting. What we learned today, this is bold. This is the same code we use there without any HTML tag used. And right now we are using the same code we learned in the text formatting part before. So we have used bold, italic, underlined, highlighted, bullets we have used. Okay, what type of list is that? It is unordered list because it is using bullets. If it was ordered list, okay. Then one more thing about which you can do later. Just change this one from UL to OL. Then your list, then your bullets will be gone and the numberings will come here. Okay, next, images. So sample image, why there is no image here, can anyone tell? Because the link here, I have not saved it in my file. Okay, the link here, I have not saved it in my file, that why no image is showing here. If I'll save it in my file, it will automatically be shown. Why I have not saved it? To show you something. My image is not loading here, so I have used alternate attribute. So for that reason, if image is not showing, the user can know what this image is about. That's why we use alternate attribute. Right now I can learn that this image is just a sample image to help the user who will reach your website to understand what the image is about. Okay, then we have created a table. There are three rows are there, and the heading part, it is very colorful because we have styled it with CSS. It is colorful, the table is very attractive, and we have created two column, one is name and one is age. Okay, so this is how it works. Creating tables and putting images and frames, very easy part. So this is the frame. See, it is looking very attractive and stylish, right? What frame we have given here? The Wikipedia one, which we all use in our daily life every day. Whatever we want to get information about, we use Wikipedia. So that's why I've just given it for you to understand it quickly. I have used iframe tag. Then I have given the source link of Wikipedia, and I have put width here. This width, you can increase it later if you want. Just take this code, we will give it to you. Change the width, change the order list on order list things. Go and experiment with the CSS part, the style part, and see for yourself how it works. All right. because we have much not very much time. I'm not doing all things, these things like changing and just then showing it to you. You can do it later for yourself. Then we have given the height, style, the border I have given. You can see the border is like curved on the edges, and there is like a scrolling bar at the side. You can see many the main home link of Wikipedia here. Okay, this is how we work with frames. By putting frames, a web page really looks like really attractive. Then this section it ends. Another section we have created. What it is about? It's about form. We have created a registration form. The heading of our form is registration form. Then what we have given input types like name and email and gender, then skills, then country, then some message, then submit part and reset part. Okay, this is a smart form, and we have like used radio button, you can see on the code, with the gender part, checkbox with the skill part, drop down with the country part, then text area with the message part, and just a simple input type text for the name and input type. See, in HTML it is by default for input. If you want to put a password section, you can put input type password and it will submit as password. After getting this code, what you will do, you'll just create uh, like input type equals password, and what it will do, it will take it as a password. How it differs from the other types, because when your user, it will put password there, it will not be shown. Okay, automatically it will turn into like bullet types, when you put, when you fill any form and you put password, it will automatically takes as bullet, so it doesn't show it becomes confidential. So that is why there is a separate input type that is called password for password. Then email for @gmail.com, it already takes it and submits it as an email type. So this is how, let's see, a form works or not. Okay, then the gender, and I want to learn all. I'm from India. Any message? No, I don't want to give, but for you, I will just write anything. Let's first see if it's resetting or not. Yes, it is resetting. Now let's submit. Though it will not submit anything at the moment, it will not submit anything at the moment because it is not connected to any database right now. But we're gonna see if it works. See, we have created this form with the work with the help of JavaScript. That is why it is giving very nice like a comment box where it is written, please include what, at the rate, oh sorry, please include at the rate in the email address. Is missing an at the rate. Okay, so that is how the brain of JavaScript works while creating a web page, website, web application. And at last, this is the footer. Can you see the background here? It gives some shadow styling. That's what we have created with CSS part. Okay, so all of this, it's like a sample project for you all to give you an basic illustration of how working with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript works. We see it, how it is visible to us. We have created many things. We have coded just with the Notepad. By the help of Notepad, we have been able to create such a beautiful website, basic and beautiful. Okay, decent website, and how it works. So this was all a session about designing a web page, and I hope you all have like learned least something. And I I really enjoyed this session today. So everyone, by combining HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, we can create interactive and user-friendly and professional web pages. And I really hope today's workshop gave you a clear foundation. And thank you so much for joining. And it was such a pleasure. And before ending it all, I want to tell you that if you guys want to like dive more for HTML and CSS, Inquisitor is ready to teach you. We have our own website, we have our app, and as you can see, you can scan the QR on the screen and you can learn with our courses. There are many courses regarding AI, machine learning, and HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and many things. Just go and check out our website. Okay, just go. It's inquisitor.co.in. I'll share you at the end of the slide. You can see this is the QR for this particular HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap, like the total package of front end development. So today was just a trailer, right? Picture to abhi baki hai. Okay, so this was just a trailer about designing a web page, and with Inquisitor, you can learn more and you can be a professional web developer by learning after learning from a course. And there are more courses, as I said, like Master Your Mind and Time. Today's world is really busy. We all are busy. We are working. We are hard working. Okay, we are working very hard every day, but if we don't know to manage our time and manage our mind as well, just managing time is not okay, is not enough, but also managing our mind, then where we should like खर्चा कहाँ कहाँ करें ना अपने दिमाग को, कहाँ कहाँ अपना माइंड को हमें लगाना, इस everything. If we want to learn, you can also learn with our course of Master Your Mind and Time. Just scan the QR and it will take you there. As well, ethical hacking, the coders are always excited about, especially when you're in a first year, you always excited about learning hacking. Okay, so you can learn ethical hacking with a course. It's available in the site of Inquisitor. As well as you can download our app also for your mobile. If you don't have if you like wanna go with the flow every day, don't wanna go on Google and go for the website, just download this app, and there you will see many options regarding the courses we provide, regarding the facilities we provide from Inquisitor. Next, computer application, you can also learn from Inquisitor. Uh, so, everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's workshop. There is one request from me to you all. Kindly review today's workshop, and please, everyone, you're smart, you're kind, just give your feedback. Okay? We will be drawn to a review section, and kindly give your feedback there. It will be very helpful for us to improve more, to learn more, and to give more. So, for that reason, kindly give your feedback.
Okay, sir, can we add some more participants on screen to just take a screenshot if it's possible and ask them to on their camera?
Yeah, ma'am. After 5 minutes, we will on this. Let me check for review. After 5 minutes, we will have the session, right?
Okay, okay,
We are giving this keyword for the feedback purpose. Then we will
okay, okay,
start.
sure, sure.
Review. Shruti, can you give the link that you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
sharing?
The QR is on the screen. And everyone who have joined in today's workshop, I have really exciting news for you. You all be receiving a good certificate from our company for completion of this workshop, and it will be definitely, it will be very beneficial for your resume and your portfolios for your future job and interviews and everything. Okay, so you are gonna receive your certificate for the workshop of designing a web page. So it was a pleasure teaching you today, and I hope you will do great in future. Just keep practicing, and happy coding, all of you. Okay, there's a one notice. Only if you will give the review, you will get the code by which we created the mini project today, isn't it? Okay, so just give the review. We will get your email and we will send you the code and certificate. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
So I request you all participants kindly take a 2 minutes and give your review feedback so that you can receive your certificate as well as coding in your email, right? And you will also get the recording video of these sessions.
Okay, so as per suggestion by sir, you all have to give review and feedback. Then only you will get the code for this beautiful designing a web page, and you will also get recording and certificate for the same. But before that, you have to give review and feedback. So just take your time, and we are giving you 2 minutes for giving feedback or review. And for feedback link, I will share on your WhatsApp group for ADYPSOE feedback. That is for institute level feedback. This is for inquisitor feedback. So you have to give feedback review for them here by using this QR code. Meanwhile, you are giving feedback. I want to give vote of thanks. So, on behalf of ENTC Department ADYPSOE Pune, I want to thank you, Anil sir and Mrs. Tuti ma'am. We are incredibly grateful for the time and effort you took to share your knowledge and experiences with us today. We have to we will hope कि we will have the pleasure of welcoming you again in the future. And I also want to thank all the participants. We truly appreciate your engagement and support throughout all the session. So thank you once again. Thank you, HOD ma'am. And if possible, we will take one screenshot. Uh, can we add some more participants if they are available? Is it possible, sir, or we should exit the session? Voice is not coming.
Actually, I am inviting the people. If they join, they can open their videos screen.
Okay. Okay, so we are inviting the participants on the screen.
And if you have any queries and if you want to discuss something, you can discuss, right? If you want, if you have any queries, you can do personal chat also, and do send email, or you can ask here. Because for that only we are sharing the stages. If you have any queries and all, you can please ask.
Those who are coming on a screen, they can on their camera also, so that we can take a screenshot.
Guys, this is a good moment. You can interact with us because we have intensive facilities, job placements, assistance, and many more things for your colleges and for your benefits. So, if you interact with us, definitely it will give you a good lineup for your career. And we are also guiding peoples for and we are supporting for the placements also, and we are providing intensives vocational trainings. So many more things are there if you interact, and you can have the things with us, right? And it is good the initiative taken by your college. They have taken MOU with us, so you can directly contact with us with the help of your concerned faculties. We can organize this kind of workshops for you, right? I request to all participants, those who have joined, kindly switch on your mobile. Yeah. Thank you, Karan.
Yes,
Thank you,
anyone
Karan.
else all can join and they can switch on your camera.
Karan, how is the sessions? May I know?
This session is good for developing a web page.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Was
There is a application of Inquisita. You can go there and you can check the different courses in a
Yeah. The
very
name of.
minimal amount is there
Yeah. Yeah.
for different courses, and you can absolutely get benefit of all their courses. And time by time sir is organizing little events, not events, some little courses like on AI based and all, so you can join also. Okay, any more participants are joining or we should
Do you have any queries, Mayur, Omkar?
और कोई ज्वाइन हो रहे हैं क्या?
Take a screenshot.
ओके सर, आई हैव टेकन. Okay, thank you so much, Stuti ma'am and sir, for this wonderful session.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Smriti ma'am, for putting your efforts,
Okay.
right? That absolutely benefits for the institutions, departments, as well as college.
Hmm.
Thank you so much for your efforts and your time. Thank you for giving such
Okay.
opportunity.
Sir, please let me know the process of getting certificate and all so that I
Yeah, yeah.
communicate
We
them.
will we will send the certificates to their email ID as well as the coding sessions, coding
Okay.
part. Everything we will send to the email ID. Right? They
Okay.
can download the email ID that certificate directly, and they can use the that post that code also. Right? So
Okay.
once they will give that feedback, na, we will because of we know that got to know that who is sending the feedback. So feedback is very essential. Yeah,
Yes.
we will share the screenshot of review feedback if anyone is not getting the certificate. Once they will submit, immediately we will get send the certificate. Right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you all. Thank you once again.